Well, hello, shiny, crafty people. It's Tim Totten here, and welcome back to the channel. And if you've been watching at all lately, I'm just putting you up a little higher. You will know that I have been quarantined at home because after chemo treatment, my immunity is really low, and I can't hang out with a lot of people. And while I absolutely love cooking, I actually decided to try out a meal prep program, one that I have never, ever done before. It's called Cook Unity. I like the fact that chefs were designing all the meals. And according to my app, it is literally going to be delivered any minute now to my house. So in fact, I'll refresh it to see if it's already at my house. It does say actually that that person is literally in their car at my door now. So I'll go check and see if it's here. Well, they are coming up now. I'm going to go ahead and let him deliver outside because I don't have a mask on right now, and I need to make sure that I'm still staying far enough away. If you just joined me as you're coming on, it's a weird day for me to be live on any reason because, hey, Share Bear, I have tried out something called Cook Unity, and it's coming right now. They're literally at my front door delivering, and it does even say now on my app that it is completed. And I just got a text, your Cook Unity order has been delivered. Let me go grab it. I want to show it to you. All right, so it's a bit of a treat, something I have never done for myself before. I always cook all my own meals, but here it is. It comes in a what's clearly a nice insulated pack, and at the top it has my name and some details, and it does show that's my first order, which I think is great actually. So it tells them, tells the driver that they want to make sure that they, take extra care when they deliver it. It came out of Orlando, and it was scheduled to be here between 8 and 8 today. Now, I got on my order, I'm going to show it to you here, and then I'll show them as I bring them out. I got pork rib ragu, blackened hanger steak, a lime flank steak, creamy mushroom risotto, Cuban pork, classic chicken cordon bleu, chicken and poblano empanadas, and al pastor pork burrito bowl. Oh my gosh. Share Bear, you say you've just started getting them. So you've started getting the Cook Unity ones? And again, just I put this in the name and everything. This is not sponsored. They didn't offer me any money to show you these off to you. I'm not going to tell you to get this version over any of the 15 others that have now showed up in my Facebook feed because I started buying these. I just particularly thought these were more attractive than the others. And they had a really good starting deal. So if you can find a good starting deal. Now, I will tell you, I'm not planning to order these every week because I do like to cook. Comes with some very big freezer block. So that's pretty good. All right, so let's show these. So the very first one I'm going to take out of here is a blackened hanger steak by Chef Ruben Garcia. And we can open up and see in there. It is organized nicely. Looks like it's going to be good. Comes with instructions. Preheat your oven to 350. Remove sleeve, film, and sauce cup. Heat up for 12 to 15 minutes. Pour the sauce over the top and enjoy. Sounds easy. This has 56 grams of protein, which is really valuable to me right now because of my cancer treatment. I want to make sure that I have plenty of protein to get all of my numbers up. And so that's important to me. So that one is the blackened hanger. And I guess I meant to keep these frozen. I did keep some room in the fridge. It doesn't tell me. I'm going to have to check that out, whether you're supposed to keep this frozen. But there is a QR code on the front that you can scan in each one that will tell you. The next is also by Chef Ruben Garcia. I actually have quite a few of his in here, so I must have really been excited by his ideas. This is creamy mushroom risotto with herbed chicken. And I love risotto, but I ain't making it. So that actually looks really nice. The chicken is in a creamy sauce off by itself over here. And then the risotto and some vegetables is over on this side. That looks darn good, actually. It's like, which one am I making for dinner tonight? Good question, Oliver. I am feeling great, actually. Kathy, you're asking the same question. I feel good. I shouldn't say great. My ankles are swollen because I'm retaining fluids, and my blood numbers and my blood tests on Friday were terrible. But that's, I mean, I had chemo, makes sense. And my blood pressure was way down, and I was just foggy all day. And my doctor was like, this is really a problem. You have to stay on some regimen to fix these things. I went back for blood tests today. My blood pressure is way back up, which is in a good way, like where it should be. And all my blood test numbers have started to come up, because unless those numbers come up, you can't have chemo again. And I need to have chemo again 5 more times at least. So now this is a short rib ragu over pappardelle. And that looks good too. Look how pretty that looks, actually. That looks really nice. So I'm excited about that. Again, I would assume if they're only going to cook for 12 to 15 minutes and they're just putting this with the frozen blocks, you're meant to put them in your fridge, I would assume. If you're just joining me, and some of you are, I'm actually unboxing some Cook Unity meals that I purchased. And I purchased these. Kathy, I'm not worried about salt right now because I'm just trying to stay alive. So I don't have a problem with salt in my regular diet, and my doctor's not worried about salt. So I'm not paying that much attention to it. I don't have issues with salt typically. And these do, of course, have salt in them, I'm sure. But who knows? So lime flank steak and chimichurri sauce. Ooh. Oh, look how good that looks. Now, this was one of their premium meals. And here's the thing. I normally cook steak myself. But here's the thing with cooking steak. You got to buy it first. And it's expensive right now. So this one looks really good. Oh, my gosh, it looks so good. Let's see. Who else said something? Cheryl, glad you seem to be feeling not too bad and take care of yourself. Yeah, you know what? And these might not be the ones that you want necessarily. I will tell you, I'm not sponsored by them or anything, other than I'm getting a nice insulated bag. And I am going to be canceling my membership after this 8, because we're just trying these 8. I wanted to give Brad and I a chance to sort of have multiple different ideas of food. And also just to see if I liked it. I thought, you know what? I have spent my life trying new things all the time. I'm a huge fan of new adventures and trying new stuff. And I do that all the time. It's been my motto in life is don't be boring. Hopefully you noticed that. If you're one of the people who watches me regularly, you know that I'm not boring. And so I thought, I've never tried one of these meal services. My sisters, who are nurses, they're not nurses. Don't let them hear I said that. Not that they hate nurses. They don't have a problem with nurses, but they're surgeons, which is different than nurses. Both of my sisters are surgeons. They live in Kentucky. And because of their life schedule, they order meal prep, like prepped meals a lot. And I didn't even ask them about whether I should use their code or anything. They don't use Cook Unity as far as I know. So if I do try another one, I'll probably ask them what they're using. And I think they use HelloFresh or something else like that. Let's see. We've got Klassen Chicken Cordon Bleu, also by Chef Ruben. That looks pretty. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in here, but there's a gorgeous chicken cordon bleu cut up in there. Now these meals, because I got them at a discount for being a new member, was like $8 a piece or something, or maybe no, I think because a couple of them are premiums. Maybe it worked out to $10 a piece, and that was a deal to get me lured in about half price. So these are probably $16 to $18 meals, maybe. I don't know. I'm not paying that later because I'm doing it just now. Kathy, I'm with you. That chicken cordon bleu, but man, I'm just trying to eat more beef because of the iron, and my iron levels need to come up. But yeah, I might be doing the chicken cordon bleu. Or Brad and I might be like splitting meals, So, well, Heidi, the truth is I am always interested in cooking food. So I didn't order these because I wasn't interested in cooking food. In fact, it's been one of the things that I've had to disabuse my friends the notion of that they need to come bring me food because everyone wants to bring me food. I really love cooking. In fact, I've done a couple cooking videos on this channel that haven't always been hugely well received. Not I shouldn't say no one's mean about it, but just people just don't tend to watch them as much. I love to cook. So in fact, if I didn't cook because of cancer, I would feel like part of my identity was gone. So I have been cooking, absolutely. There are nights where I've said, like, I don't really want to cook anything tonight, and we've ordered Chinese or something. But this is a nice fill-in. This can fill in and take that over. This is an al pastor pork burrito bowl. The condensation's making it a little hard to see, but it looks really, really nice. Share Bear said I had two of the salad. They were very filling. You know, I'm thinking Brad and I will probably split these. Cuban pork with mojo de ajo. I've totally messed that up. This is from Michelle Bernstein. And there that is. Looks a little messy right now because of the black beans have slid around. But looks still pretty good. Not too bad. And these aren't frozen, so I know these are meant to go in the fridge. And finally, I got chicken and poblano empanadas from Michael Schwartz with the instructions on how to take with a tangy tomatillo salsa. And those are nice looking empanadas. Doesn't that look good? I will tell you, though, Heidi, I do want to point out I wasn't trying to be like, no, I would never not cook, because plenty of times I don't feel like cooking. But that's in my normal life, you know, even before having cancer. Part of the thought was I want to try new things, and I normally do that by going to restaurants. And I can't do that right now. Like, I can't be out. I can't afford, even though my white blood cell count finally came out of the lower basement to the top rung up to the first basement. Even though that's happened, I can't afford to go out in public where people are and hang out with a bunch of people who are dealing with the super flu and all the other stuff right now. So since that's the case, I want to try new foods, and I don't always have the stuff here to cook it. So this is kind of a way for us to try some new stuff. So I looked at the list and put a bunch of stuff in the wish list, and then asked Brad what he thought he liked, and he was very kind to I must have looked pathetic, but he was very kind to say, oh, what you already picked will be lovely. That'll be wonderful. So we're going to get to try these wonderful dishes. Got them all piled up here. And I just wanted to go live and connect with you people for a little bit. Honestly, this was just a good excuse, having the bag come from Cook Unity. And I got a nice free insulated bag. So that's pretty good too. So I think tonight, I think, Kathy, I'm with you. That chicken cordon bleu sounds amazing. And I might split with Brad then maybe the lime flank steak with the chimichurri sauce, because that looks so amazing with the mushrooms and the green beans. I gotta get an angle with the light. There you go. Ooh, and that chimichurri sauce. I'm a sucker for a good chimichurri sauce. So anyway, unless you have other questions, I'm gonna go and say thank you for your time. My health is doing relatively well. I had that first chemo round. Did great for a couple days afterwards, probably because they gave me prednisone, which is a steroid that made me feel really good for a couple days. And then it just went, I couldn't taste anything. Nothing tasted good for a week. So I'm so excited. My taste buds are back. And I haven't lost too much weight, which is good. And I haven't had too many other really adverse things. So I know that next week I'll be able to have my second round of chemo. And I should be able to. My numbers seem to be where they are. And I'm going to have a great time getting this cancer kicked out of my system. So until next time, folks, stay crafty. Bye for now. Okay, I hit end stream. Oh, there's the button.